So over the next 6 weeks, we have a page. It's prayer resources. And so on that, we have several ways that you can participate in prayer. But I want to encourage you to jump in and do at least one thing in prayer. Mondays, our library right over here in the foyer, room 104, we will be open at 6:30 all through the day for prayer. So you can come in anytime and pray. But at 6:30, at noon, and at 7 p.m., we'll have about a 15 or 20-minute prayer time that'll be led. I'll lead the 6:38 M1. Kaylin Briscoe will lead the noon, and I think Kim Stewart's leading the 7 o'clock one. And you just slip in, and we're just going to walk through the daily prayers, the daily hours. It's called the Divine Hours. It's one that's a modified prayer by Phyllis Tickle. I also encourage you, there's signs out there and barcodes you can scan, and you could jump on and sign into YouVersion. There's a 40 days of prayer and fasting. Over the next 7 weeks, we're going to be doing prayer. Again, you won't have a prayer life at the end of 7 weeks if you only listen on Sundays. So how can we participate in prayer? Well, jump in and have a daily thing reminding you of what it looks like, and add in that piece of fasting. Fasting is not a diet plan. Fasting is actually the thing that says, what are the things that distract me from God? And I'm just going to lay those aside. Sometimes that's food, because food just comforts us, and we actually can't experience the pain that we actually have in our lives. So that's why we drop out food. But sometimes it's social media. Sometimes it's the other things in your life that you just keep yourself distracted by. And could you just fast that for the next 7 weeks and see what happens? And I encourage us in some way, shape, or form, order your day around prayer. When you read the New Testament, often the big things that happen about that God broke in, He broke in at a time when they were on their way to pray, because they prayed 3 times a day. And so morning, noon, and night, they took time to stop their day and pray. Now, 90% of the times that we stop morning, noon, and night are not necessarily the times that we're going to experience the fire. But if He does it once in the next 6 weeks, you'll remember it. But it's the fact that you order your life around prayer. You order your life around the presence of God and saying, I'm not going to be too busy. I'm actually going to stop this thing. Cease productivity. Maybe it's only 2 or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, but you do it 3 times a day. So I encourage us to do that. All right, check out the website for more. We'd love for you to jump in. We'll be sharing books and resources and articles there that you can also read and encourage your own prayer life. So as we jump into prayer, a life of participation, I encourage us to give yourselves to the next 6 or 7 weeks of praying.